Welcome to the Mind Temple. This is a space where we explore the mysterious of human consciousness, the mind, karma, and the subtle relationship between thought and reality. Today, let's talk about one of the most fascinating and misunderstood subject, the mind. The human mind is the most advanced creation in nature. It can imagine, create, remember, and dream. It can build cities, write poetry, and yet it can also trap us in endless confusion and pain. We all live in a world where we know so much about machines and technology, but so little about our own minds. People learn how to drive a car, how to use a phone, but they never really thought how to use their mind. And that's why so many of us live as prisoners of our own thoughts, not realizing that the mind was meant to serve us, not rule us. I often describe the mind as a kind of a vortex, a spiral of thoughts that keeps moving from one idea to the next. One moment it's remembering something from the 10 years ago, the next it's imagining something that may never happen. And we believe this storm inside us is who we are. But we are not the storm, we are the sky behind it. Once you start to see that difference between the mind and things, that the awareness that watches, a huge door open inside you. You begin to understand that you can't control every thought, but you can decide which one to feed. Now, karma is deeply connected to this. People often think karma is some cosmic punishment or reward system. It's not. Karma is simply a momentum of your energy, the echo of your thought, emotion, and actions. If you throw a ball against a wall, it comes back. If you send out anger, it finds a way to return to you. If you send out love, it finds its way back to it. So, the way you think, the emotions you cultivate every day, these are not small things. They are shaping your entire life. You don't need to look outside to understand karma. Just look at your reactions every time you feel triggered, jealous, or hurt. That's karma showing you where your awareness is still tied down. I wanted to share something very simple with you. You can't jump from negative thinking to positive thinking overnight. That's not how the mind works. It's like a train moving at full speed. It can't stop suddenly. If you try to force it, you will only create more tension. But if you observe it, if you gently guide it, you can start slowing it down. One small positive thought, repeated with genuine emotions, is far more powerful than 100 forced affirmations. The mind doesn't respond to the words, it responds to the energy. When you truly feel what you are saying, that's when the transformation begins. Sometimes people say, I try to think positively, but my mind keeps going on back to the old habits. That's natural because every thought creates a small pathway in your brain, like a trail in the forest that gets stronger every time you walk it. If you haven't spent years walking the trails of a fear or self doubt, it takes time to build a new trail, one of a trust and clarity. So the key is patience. Don't fight your thoughts, just stop, identify with them, watch them come, watch them go, and remind yourself this is not me, this is my mind. The problem isn't the mind itself, the problem is our relationship with it. We either become loose in it or we try to silence it completely, but both extreme fail. The real mystery of balance, using the mind when needed and putting it down when not needed. Just as you put down your phone after a call, you should be able to put down your thoughts after a decision. That's when you experience freedom, the ability to think clarity, act wisely, and rest deeply. Let's bring karma back to this conversation. Karma doesn't mean fate, it's more likely gravity and natural law. You throw something up, it comes down. You're thought to have a gravitational field. Negative energy pulls you downward into the lower state of a mind, fear, anger, comparison. Positive energy lifts you upward, love, patience, and generosity. And both are your creation. That's incredible power human begins to have. We are both the artist and the painting. The more conscious you become, the more beautiful your life art becomes. Now, one of the most powerful realization about karma is that it's not permanent. It's consistently changing as your awareness evolves. You are not doomed by your past thoughts. You are not only shaped by the ones you keep repeating. If you start creating a new pattern today, choosing awareness instead of reaction, kindness instead of anger, acceptance instead of control, then your entire karmic energy begins to shift. That's a real evolution, not running away to the mountain, not renouncing life, but changing the way you think and respond while living it. Many people misunderstand spirituality. They think it's about becoming perfect or peaceful all the time, but it's not. It's about becoming conscious. You can still make mistakes, but now you are aware of them. You can still feel anger, but you don't let it consume you. You still have desires, but they do not rule you. That's awareness. That's middle path. Is where real peace begins. If you ever wonder why your life feels repetitive, why the same situations or people keep appearing, That's a karma in motion. The universe keeps giving you the same lesson until you respond differently. When you stop reacting with the same emotion, the cycle ends. That's how you break patterns. It's not magic, it's a consciousness. In the mind temple, what we are really trying to do is bring awareness back to its rightful throne. The mind is a tool, a powerful, creative, imaginative force, but it is not the master. When awareness sits in the center, the mind becomes your servant. It becomes sharp, calm, and creative. When the mind sits in the center, awareness becomes lost and life feels confusing and restless. So, every day, take a moment to check who is driving the train, the mind or the awareness, because whichever one holds the control decides the quality of your life. The goal is not to suppress the mind, but to understand its nature, to see it clearly, love it, and guide it. The more you understand your mind, the more peace you find. Not because life becomes easier, but because you stop resisting it. This is the true meaning of harmony. It flow with life, not fight it. Karma, mind, energy, they are all parts of the same symphony, and you are the conductor. Thank you for being here, for listening, and for walking this path of awareness. This is the Mind Temple, a space where wisdom is not taught, it is remembered. Until next time, keep watching your mind, keep referring your energy, keep refining your energy, and keep returning to your center.